All right. Good morning. We're going to go through the docket as quickly as we can so that we can start on the jail docket. 2021 CR 19158, State versus Matthew Aldridge.
Right out the gate, this one's wild. The judge calls State versus Matthew Aldridge, but the man standing up insists he's not Aldridge. He's the attorney, in fact. That's sovereign citizen language for I don't recognize your court. Judges hate this move.
Are you Matthew Aldridge? Are you Matthew Aldridge?
I'm the attorney of fact, Matthew Aldridge.
You were what?
The attorney of fact.
Attorney what?
Of fact.
Attorney of fact. And what does that mean?
His authorization to do legal work.
Are you a licensed attorney?
No, I'm simply an attorney of fact.
Okay. And does that mean you have a power of attorney? What is your name? What is your name?
My name?
Yes, sir.
I don't have.
You don't have a name? Pardon?
I'm the attorney of fact for the respondent to the error.
Well, let me explain to you. Only an attorney at law can stand in court and represent a criminal defendant. And to do so otherwise violates the criminal law statutes of the state of Tennessee and could land someone who attempts to represent themselves as an attorney at law in serious trouble. I understand what you're saying.
Here it comes. He claims to be an attorney of fact, not at law. But in real court, that title means nothing. Only licensed lawyers can represent someone in criminal court. The judge already knows what's up. He's dealing with a paper warrior trying to play legal chess with crayons.
I understand you're saying an attorney in fact. And what I want you to understand is that if you have a power of attorney, then you need to demonstrate that power of attorney. Do you have a legal document called a power of attorney?
I do not at this time.
Okay. Then you don't have any authority to act on behalf of Matthew Aldridge in this court.
The judge is giving him one last chance. Show me a power of attorney. That's the legal document proving you can act for someone else. He doesn't have it, which means, legally, he's just some guy standing in court pretending to be a lawyer. Dangerous move.
You have no legal authority, nor do you have any authority through a legal document to represent or to act on behalf of Matthew Aldridge.
Why don't we court the second file this document?
Show it to the bailiff and he'll show it to me. Oh, apparently there's a copy here. All right, this is in the state of Tennessee of Cheatham County and Chancery Court, which is filed in the wrong county because in the wrong court, because this is circuit court. You just be quiet.
You go to the courthouse, it comes up.
You need to listen to me instead of talking, okay? This is a challenge to the standing. The Supreme Court of the United States has stated that no corporation has standing anything to man. And then there's a quotation for Rundle versus Delaware Raritan Canal Company. And then it said, as well as it being a maximum law, citing certain Latin phrases, dissimilar things ought not to be joined by a definition of Black's Law Dictionary. So the respondent in error requires that the state of Tennessee Incorporated and Cheatham County Chancery Court prove their standing to proceed against a man in any court of law. You have 15 calendar days to prove your standing or forever yield to estoppel, waiver, and fraud, and cease and desist this proceeding immediately. More time is available if requested.
And now, the judge reads the man's sovereign filing out loud, quoting random Latin phrases, old canal cases, and claiming corporations have no standing. Classic sovereign citizen playbook. Overwhelm the court with nonsense, hoping the case disappears.
And then this was signed by Matthew O'Neill Aldridge. Is that your signature?
That's the respondent in error signature.
All right. Well, I find that Matthew Neal Aldridge has failed to appear personally in this court for the plea day on his case, which is set for trial tomorrow. And as a result, you have no standing, sir, under what I know what you're trying to do is to try to use the sovereign citizen approach to this situation. And I'm simply telling you that you do not have the right to represent Matthew Neil Aldridge. If you are, in fact, Matthew Neil Aldridge, then you need to say so and stop this nonsense, because what you're attempting to do has no legal effect. You cannot challenge the criminal law or the jurisdiction of this court by simply filing some legal mumbo jumbo having to do with civil litigation.
Here's the moment of reckoning. The judge flat out calls it what it is: sovereign citizen nonsense. He explains, you can't challenge criminal law by tossing in civil legal gibberish. This courtroom operates under state and U.S. constitutions, not Google University.
That has civil litigation in it. It is not a criminal case that you have cited. So it has no effect on this court regarding the criminal statutes of this court. This court is empowered under the Constitution of the United States of America and the Constitution of the state of Tennessee, and by the duly elected citizens of Cheatham County to empower and enforce the laws of the state of Tennessee. And that is what I'm going to do regarding Matthew Lynn Aldridge. Mr. Aldridge is set for today to appear in court personally on what we call our last plea day before his trial date tomorrow.
Is that an Article 3 trial?
To what?
Will that be an Article 3 trial? A trial by jury with jury?
It would be a trial by jury, certainly it would be. But I don't know who you are. And I don't think you have any authority, if you are not Matthew Lynn Aldridge, to appear before this court. And you're wasting valuable time that all of these other citizens who are here today. So when I'm talking, you stop talking. You will when I'm finished talking. You're wasting the court's time by doing this, and I'm just simply instructing you that if you are in fact Matthew Lynn Aldridge, then this is your last day to settle your case. The trial date is set for tomorrow, but unfortunately it will not go forward because of the fact that I have a conflict and I have to be in Stewart County on a civil matter. So we're going to assign a new trial date for Matthew Lynn Aldridge.
And look at this. The man asks if it's an Article 3 trial. He's referencing federal constitutional courts, but this is a Tennessee state courtroom. It's like showing up to a soccer match and demanding baseball rules. Total mismatch.
Now, is there a possible one that you want? If you put a notice up there for when you come out, if they really need you tomorrow, that we need you on February the 6th. Is that possible?
The judge is done arguing. He resets the trial for July 15th. You can tell he's tired but patient. He even humorously refers to the man as the individual whose name must not be uttered. That's next-level judicial sarcasm.
General, we're going to need to set a trial date in July 3rd.
July 15th.
I'm sorry?
July 15th.
July 15th. All right. To Matthew Aldridge and the individual standing before me whose name must not be uttered, then we will set a July 15th trial date for Mr. Aldridge. Whatever this document is that you have filed is in fact invalid because it does not cite any valid criminal statute, and therefore I'm denying whatever that might be in the way of a motion. The trial date will be July 15th. The last day for Mr.
The judge officially denies all those paper filings, resets the trial, and warns Aldridge, show up or get locked up. Notice how he keeps control. No shouting, no nonsense, just pure authority. That's how judges dismantle sovereign citizen theatrics.
Aldridge to enter a plea or go to trial will be July the 8th. July the 8th. Now, we're going to give you a card. If you are in fact Matthew Aldridge and you're just playing games with the court regarding this nonsense that you filed, then you may get this card and you may go on about your business. If you are not Matthew Aldridge, then I would suggest to you, you relay to Mr. Aldridge that he must appear on July the 8th, or a bond revocation will take place, and his case will be will take place with him in jail, incarcerated on the 15th. That's the judgment of the court. You need to take your piece of paper and go on about your business.